Hello again, and welcome to the Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast, where reselling is our job and wearing white socks with black shoes or black socks with white shoes is mandatory. I am one half of your host, Chris, Old School Picker. Beside me is Caleb from the Old Pass. How you doing, Caleb?
I'm great. Just wonderful. How are you, Chris?
I'm doing great. We had we hit record, we had our first business meeting of Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast.
By the way, the president's a horrible president. I'll just say that.
No, I'm just vice president.
Oh yeah,
we're co vice presidents.
Whatever you say, boss.
Yeah, okay. I just dropped some opportunities on Caleb, and he said he'd let me know. So, but the first question I asked you was, when we first signed up for this, we agreed to 5 episodes, and this is episode 5. So I know everybody in the reselling community. You remember on Dallas, Who Shot JR? What a cliffhanger that was.
No, I don't remember that. I'm not old enough
that because you're too young.
Yeah,
I'm the old guy of the Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast. But anyways, that was a huge thing when I was a kid. But we left off on episode 4 wondering if we're going to make it past episode 5. So what do we agree to, Caleb?
I don't know that we agreed to anything.
We agreed to 6 episodes.
5.5.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, no, this won't be the last episode of the Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast. We are having a lot of
10.
Yeah, we signed up for 5 more. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So we are having a lot of fun with it, and we did hit some milestones this week.
Did. Yeah,
that's a reason to keep going right there. Actually, we hit a milestone today. 500 subscribers. Who would have thought?
Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you, guys. Awesome. You are awesome. We couldn't do it without you for sure. We would have.
No way.
We would still have. How many did we have before we filmed our first episode? Like 7,
like 12, 10.
Like so yeah, we would. We'd still be at family and close friends as subs at this point if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you guys for being here so much. I did hit a milestone on the Old School Picker channel as well. 6,500 subscribers.
Hey, all you guys come over here.
Yeah, we need at least 6,000 of you to come over here.
Yeah,
so
that's
where y'all at?
Yeah, Chris's guys, man, come on.
Yeah. 6,000 people over there have let me down. So no, thank you guys.
Say that they might let you down again.
Yeah, they might drop off that channel as well. So which sub count don't mean anything once you hit that 1,000 mark. It's all about the views. But we're happy. But our views have been great over here as well. We've been very happy with that.
No complaints on that at all. Yeah,
no, I think it has surprised us both, to be honest with you.
Yes,
I knew the first episode was probably the numbers on it wasn't going to last. I knew that was probably fairy tale land there. But the second episode, I think it went over 500 or really, really close.
It was at like 480 or something the last time I looked.
Yeah. So it's really close to 500. And then episode 3 is over 400. So it's got a chance at 500 as well. So we're happy about that. We appreciate everybody being here. The comments have all been positive. I think. I think they have been. And we're doing okay on the podcast side, right?
Yeah, we're getting some views. We're averaging about 40 an episode. So I mean, we had 0 following over there. So to get 40 people listening to us, that's something.
I did look us up last night on Apple. What is it? iTunes or
Apple,
what?
I can't remember. Apple Podcast Connect, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, whatever it is. I looked us up on Apple, and we did have 1 review, but they didn't leave any comment, and it was 5 out of 5.
Oh.
So whoever that was, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, it was probably Tanya.
I don't know. She might have left a year or 2 or something.
Yeah. Well, I thought she might have felt sorry for us, maybe.
That could be it. That could be it for sure.
But if it's the first time you're here, we are just 2 guys that resell mostly on eBay out of our sheds in our backyard, and full-time resellers, and have a lot of fun. And we decided, hey, why not have a podcast about it? So here we are. But we're really having a good time and enjoying things.
Who, him? He's having a good time.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm forcing Caleb to be here, by the way.
He's making me.
I'm making him. I was like, I'm not doing this by myself. I've got to have
money, and he's holding it over my head. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I was in Ken Bill's SSK promos live earlier today, and he was talking about how much better our podcast was doing than the Reseller Clickbait podcast. And I was like, well, yeah, we do have a few more subs, a few more views, but one thing about it, we're making the exact same money.
Yeah, that's right. We're rolling like you guys.
Yeah, so we're rolling in those $0, just like those guys. So
we're getting rich real quick.
Yes. If you add our money together, you still have nothing.
Yep, right. Bologna's good, though. I like it.
Yes, bologna's good. We're ready for a steak. So if you've not subbed to us over on YouTube, we sure would appreciate it, or any of the other podcasts out there. So,
yep. There's a bunch of them too. Just check the comments.
Which brings me to my next topic. How's the sponsorship going?
What sponsorship?
I knew I would get that awkward silence. No, I don't have one. I was just wondering if you had us one yet.
No, nothing.
So if you're out there and you would like to sponsor us, we're cheap. So whatever you're paying Trash to Cash, we'll do it for half of that. So
I'd do it for a ham sandwich and a Dr. Pepper.
Now, easy now. It's got to be a 2-liter at least, Dr. Pepper.
There you go. 2 liters. So
we went to a yard sale again this weekend, another church sale. This is 3 weeks in a row I have went to a church sale. Mm-hmm. I pull in the driveway and I'm going across, and I'm early. I'm 25 minutes early to this sale. And who do I see standing in line at the church sale? Who do I see, Caleb?
That was me.
Caleb and his kids. And so he actually beat me to this one. And what's funny about this one is it's way closer to my house than it is yours. Mm-hmm. And he beat me.
I had to get there early.
Yeah. But we walked in the same time because this church sale started at 8:00. And how many people was in line?
Probably 75 or so, man. They was everywhere.
Yeah, there was probably 10 in front of us.
Yeah, something like that.
And when I got there, it was probably 20 till. But by the time they opened the doors, there was probably 75 people in line.
Yeah, there's a ton.
And 8:00 rolls around, and they still don't open the doors. Mm-hmm. It was like 8:01 or 8:02. I was like, oh my goodness. So, and then we walk in, and it had how much good stuff?
I bought like one thing, I think, too.
I think I bought like 3.
Yeah, maybe a couple of cookies and stuff. I don't know.
Well, notice I didn't say good thing.
Yeah.
You bought one good thing. I bought 3 things, not good. Yeah. I did buy some kind of mobile printer. And I paid up for it, man. It was $25. And
well, now them can be good.
Well, I looked it up, and it's $100 if it works, but I've still yet to test it. So, hoping it works. So, if it works,
mobile printers can be pretty good sometimes.
Well, yeah, if it works, I've done okay with it, but who knows?
Yeah, that's
who knows? Because if it don't work, it's a $25 boat anchor.
Yep.
So,
got it down on losses. Made a loss.
Yeah. Hey, well, there you go. I mean, that just helps us on tax time. That's how we do so well on taxes, by the way. We make a lot of bad buys.
Yeah, I lost $25,000. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't look.
Let's start out with a dad joke here.
Okay.
You got one ready?
I got you one. So, how do you organize a space party?
Space party, like outer space party?
Outer space.
Ooh, I don't know that one.
You plan it.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. That's so good. They're getting worse.
I know. I love it. It's what I'm shooting for is the worst I can find.
Yes. Oh, But all yard sales wasn't bad this weekend. You hit some really good ones. I know. Well, here's another story. We had a community sale. This weekend as well. In Deerhead.
Yeah, Deer Creek. Yeah,
Deer Creek. I'm still new to the area.
Friday, and Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah. So I go to it, and apparently I go around the opposite end because there's two ways in. It's a big circle. Well, I go one way, and apparently Caleb goes the other. I do okay. Caleb racks up. I should have went the way Caleb went. What'd you find?
Well, so I hadn't found a ton. I mean, we got a little bit of stuff, but I roll up. And it's funny because it was like one of the last ones. So I would have thought it would have been one of the first ones you hit, but it wasn't. I really don't know how that happened. But anyway, I walked up and the woman was just starting to open. And she says, "We're not hardly ready, but you're welcome to look at what's out." I said, "Okay." So I'm looking around. I got a few, when I say a few toys, I mean literally a few toys and a few little things like that. Pretty neat stuff, a few things that'll do okay. But then I seen this tote of Funko Pops and like vinyl stuff, but it was just the boxes, and I didn't know it was just the boxes. And I asked the man, I said, "Is this stuff for sale?" And he said, "Oh, no, that's my son's. He keeps all the boxes in case he ever wants to get rid of that stuff." I said, "Oh, okay." So then as I get up to pay for everything, I had a couple of wrestlers and action figures, stuff like that. And the woman said, "You like them wrestlers and Ninja Turtles and stuff?" I said, "Oh, yeah, I love this stuff." She said, "My son's got a whole tote or two somewhere that we're going to get rid of." I said, "Like today? You're going to get rid of it like now?" And she said, "Well, when we can find it." I said, "Look, if you want to sell it all, I'll be more than happy to look at it." So her husband actually shoots inside. He finds it two totes, like probably 24-inch by 18-inch, 12-inch tall.
Yeah.
Plumb full of like the early 90s, late 80s wrestling figures, some Ninja Turtle figures from the mid 90s, early 90s, late 80s. I mean, probably 200 pieces, 300 pieces worth of listings and that stuff. And I'm sitting there going, "Oh my gosh, I've got to get a price on this."
Yeah.
Because there's people coming in, and she said, "If you want to come back, I can figure out what I want." And I'm like, I'm not leaving. I am not leaving. So I just said, I was like, "I'll give you $50 for both totes right now, if that sounds fair to you." And she said, "Let me ask my husband." He comes out and he said, "That's fine with me, And she said, "Okay, we'll take it." I'm like, yes. So,
yes.
Yeah, man, when I got it home and, you've seen some of it, some of it is like, you never find, like, I can't remember ever finding a gold dust action figure at a yard sale or a Dude Love,
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever even seen a gold dust figure.
So not in person
he got a ton of wrestling figures, but what was good about them is they are a bunch of the what the wrestling world calls the mid-carders.
Yeah,
which
the unknown guys.
Yeah, which if you don't know, you would think that's not the good stuff. But that's actually the good stuff because like all the popular wrestlers, the Stings, the Hulk Hogans, there's millions and millions and millions of those figures. But the lesser known guys like Gold Dust and those guys, they didn't make many of those, so that makes them more rare. That makes them more valuable to collectors. So the stuff he got, I think, is going to be really, really good.
Oh yeah.
So
like who's going to remember Barry Windham when he was part of the, what was it, the new Blackjacks? I think that's what it was called. I mean, they didn't last long,
No, I just barely remember that myself. So
I think it was him and Bradshaw before he became JBL, like way back when he was John. His name was Bradshaw, maybe, or John Bradshaw Layfield or something like that. And they were the new Blackjacks. This is like 95 ish, right before the Attitude Era or right during when it started. And it's got like there's ladders and chairs and cages, and I'm just like in heaven, you know. I'm like dying, and there's probably 30 or 40 Ninja Turtle things, and yeah,
so
it's awesome.
That's Caleb's side of that story. Now let me tell you my side of that story.
There's always two sides,
right? So, like I said at the beginning of this, Caleb goes one direction, I come around the other. That's actually the last sale I go to, and I'm there after Caleb. I don't even see Caleb. I don't see Caleb in this whole community sale. I think Caleb's not even at this community sale.
And I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I picked up a few items at some other sales, you know, nothing great, nothing bad. Well, I did have one great item, a Sony camcorder, Handycam, the ones that take the high 8. And I paid $20 for it, and it's a $200 camera. I tested it yesterday. It don't work.
No.
So yeah. But anyways, so I finally make my way around to this sale that he gets all this wrestling stuff. And it's later. It's probably 9 o'clock, you know, which is late in the yard sale day a lot of times.
Probably 30 minutes later. Yeah.
Than you? Okay, yeah, probably
30 minutes.
So I see a couple of toys laying on the table. One of them is a transfer truck that turns in, the bed of the truck turns into a wrestling ring.
I left that.
Yeah, he left it. I'm picking up Caleb's scraps again. So I pick up the wrestling ring. I don't know. She's got like $5 on it or something. I pick it up. I said, here's where the story gets a little bit weird, though. I pick up the wrestling ring, and I'm looking at some other stuff. And I said, you don't have a bunch more of toys, action figures, that type of stuff. Now, Caleb has already been there and picked her clean. And she says, no, my son don't want to sell them. We've got a bunch of them.
Yeah, strange.
So she don't tell me that she's already sold them. She don't want to sell them. And we know for a fact that I was behind Caleb because the wrestling ring, the truck that I bought, was there when he was there. And I bought it. So I know Caleb couldn't have been behind me. So she basically lied to me. So, but I did end up picking up a few things, including, and I can't believe that you left these, was the 2 display cases full of Tech Deck skateboards. The display
I just don't know enough about that stuff.
Well, yeah. I don't either, but I know Google Image. And I did list a few of those today, like 3 of them. And I don't know, it's 2 display cases, and each one probably holds 20 or something. And they're not completely full, but there's probably 25 or 30 skateboards in the 2 cases. Well, they were $10 each, so $20. Well, I've listed 3 skateboards. Now, I don't know that I'm going to get this, but I listed 3 skateboards today for like 30, and 40. So I'm going to do okay once again picking Caleb's scraps. So, but yeah, I got to quit telling him this, though. He's just going to start buying everything. And
I'm just going to buy the whole yard sale from now on.
The whole yard sale. Well,
I'll take it all. Thank you.
You done that the weekend before, and it still didn't work. We done that story last week. So, yeah, but
I can't even do that.
But yeah, I did buy a few things, and but me and Caleb always compare notes after our yard sale day, and we got to talking about this yard sale, and I was like, yeah, did you go? And he was like, yeah. I was like, I wish she would have sold those wrestling figures. And he's like, well, she sold them to me. I was like, she told me she wasn't going to sell them. So maybe she had more is the only thing I can figure. If not, she lied to me.
Could have been. I don't know. Odd.
It was odd. But she did have 2 or 3 tubs of VHS, and a bunch of those were sealed. And they were, yeah. Well, she did bring them out for me because I asked her about them.
Yeah,
I asked her about them. So
now the story's she felt sorry for you. She's like, I got to find.
But she did. That's usually how I succeed in reselling. People feel sorry for me.
Sympathy. You got to take care of the old guy, right? You got to take care of the old guy.
Yes. Well, I when I'm looking down at stuff, I squint so people think I can see.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, but yeah, it's going to turn out good. But yeah, I wish I would have got the tubs of action figures. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I did get a few VHS sealed. I got the wrestling ring, and I did get the tech deck. The cases, the display cases on those tech decks, I think are like $20-25 a piece.
Come on, man. What are you
so I'll make money just off the cases. The skateboard free. So I'll do all right.
Say it, just follow me. You said you're going to follow me around. There you go. Just follow me around. You'll find.
I thought I needed to be in front of you, but I think I do better when I'm behind you.
I'm an amateur. That's what's wrong with me. I'm an amateur.
No, man. You can't kick it all, man. You can't.
I know. Well, that just goes to show you never, you can still find stuff.
I've went to these highway sales with, groups with, I've went yard selling with Kevin Commonwealth Picker, who I always say is probably the best picker I've ever been with. No. And I've still come out of yard sales with him and with 3 or 4 other guys at the same yard sale at the same time. And all of us come out with stuff because.
No, I heard Kevin steals lemonade. So I don't know if I'd call him the best picker because.
Well,
if you're stealing lemonade from little girls, that's low.
He steals lemonade. He also don't give shout outs on Trash to Cash. What do you think
is
about
up
that?
with that? I'm going to have to send him some of these wrestling figures. Maybe we can buy a slot on their show or something.
They just dropped episode 81, and I watched the whole episode, and not one mention of Old Guys Reselling Podcast.
Jealous? No,
I'm jealous. I think they're scared of us.
Scared?
They're scared of us. Yes,
we're invading their turf.
I think Dave and Carrie have him under contract to where he can't mention us, afraid that Kevin might come and join our podcast.
Well, he qualifies because he's old.
Does.
Number one.
He's old. Yeah, he's old.
That's step one. That's really the only thing that we require.
I did comment. And tell them I've watched every episode that they have of their podcast. I was actually watching their podcast before Kevin joined that podcast.
You're faithful.
Yes, I was already a big fan of Carrie and Dave. I've watched every episode, and we didn't get a shout out. So I was so disappointed. So why are we talking about them? Why are we giving them a shout out?
Why don't you just keep giving them this big long commercial, man? I mean, really, they've got a minute so far.
Well, I'm pretty sure everybody watches us probably knows those guys. I'm real positive of that.
I think we added probably no subscribers to their count so far.
Well, we might have made a few people not like them. They'll be like, oh, they know those guys. Oh, well, we can't be following Trash to Cash no more.
Dave who? Carrie who?
Yeah.
I mean, I will say I've never talked to them. I know who they are, but
yeah,
I have me.
They was here for the 127 last year.
I'm relatively unknown still, so
No, you're going to be famous. You're going to be more famous than me.
No, not going to happen.
When people think about our town, they're going to say, "Oh, that's where Caleb lives."
No.
Yes.
Stop it. You're not funny.
Who you got on your screen back there tonight?
Grams and Pops Vintage.
Shout out Grams and Pops Vintage.
Yeah,
they're getting real close to 1,000 subscribers. I think at the time of filming this, they're at 913. So if you're not following Grams and Pops Vintage, go check them out on YouTube. We sure would appreciate it, and I know those guys would be too. Just because you're not yes, subscribe them. Yes. Subscribe to our channel too if you've not already.
Please.
I've said that about 500 times, but I'm gonna say it again. And go check out our links down below. Did you have any more viewer sales this week?
No, not yet.
No, not yet. All right.
That I know of. Nobody's comment. If it is, I don't know.
If you're not going to be a YouTube star, I'm going to make your kids a YouTube star.
Yeah, you are. That's true. That's happening.
A recent yard sale video where me and Caleb was actually at the same church sale together. I'm editing the video and his kids are all in the video, and I didn't even realize it when I was editing because I don't pay attention what's going on in the background of the videos when I'm editing. I'm just worried about what I'm doing on the camera, you know. So, but
Yeah,
what they think about being on camera?
They were a little bit surprised. Yeah, I told them, my nephew, when I picked him up that day, I'm like, "You're a YouTube star, man." He's like, "What?"
Yeah.
I said, "You're in Chris's video." He said, "I didn't know he was recording." Yep. And I showed him, and I'm like, "See, there you are. You're a star. You're a star." So shout out Barrett and shout out Logan, YouTube stars. And Bailey got in there a little bit, just a quick glimpse of her. And then Briley, my niece, I think you got just barely caught her. But she told me, she said, "I was trying to stay away from him." I was staying off camera.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
How is your eBay going over the last few days?
You know, for the last probably 5 days, it's been way more consistent than it's been in a while. It's not been like explosive consistent, but the bars are kind of, not
as drastic.
550, 530. It's been more like 150, 200, 150, 200, and I can handle that. That's good, but yeah, I like it to be consistent and steady. But it's doing better. I ain't going to say it's like back to 100% or nothing, but it's doing better.
Mine was doing good until today. Today has been like horrible. Right now, at the time of filming this, it is 8:30 at night. I have 2 sales on May the 9th for $34. So
and I'm not like killing it today. I've had 5 for like $100 even. So that's low, We're running like a 250 average, so 100 is low, but I'm not gonna complain about it or nothing. Could have made nothing, but still, but it's not quite. It's not. I mean, we was running like about a 9 sale average per day.
Yeah,
so it's still a little bit below that.
Yeah, I'm going to complain because I'm at $34. So, do you want me to go off on a 10-minute rant about eBay again?
Go ahead. I'll listen.
I tell you what.
I won't be like Dave and not let you have time.
No,
I'm not giving them no more time. That's it.
Okay. Over on my Old School Picker channel, I did a video a while back, and in the thumbnail, it's eBay is broken. I was super proud of that thumbnail, by the way.
Go check it out too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, and I knew that video would do fairly well because bad news travels better than good news on YouTube. That's just how it goes. But that video done really, really, really good for me, for my channel. And trying to pull up the name of that video. The thumbnail says eBay is broken. eBay is going to force me to do this. And that I'm talking about cross-posting and or moving a lot of my store over to Whatnot. Ever since that video came out, it's been good. eBay has been really, really good. And I know it had nothing to do with that. I know it didn't.
They can't live without the Old School Picker. They know that.
Oh, no, yeah. I'm not sending them that much money. Trust me.
Jimmy's going to come in and become the new Old School Picker because I always get confused with
Yeah. Oh, I get every time I go in a live chat on YouTube, I get called Jimmy. So I'll be just like every other time at least. And it'll be people that know me and they just see Old School and they think it's Jimmy. And I'm like, oh my God. I think Jimmy gets called Chris quite a bit too, though, so I don't feel too bad.
There you go.
Anyways, where was I going with that story? Oh, that video done really well. But I had so many comments on that video about people thanking me for making that video. And because from people that don't make content, they're like, thank you for being the one to speak out about eBay because my eBay's been broke too for weeks or months or whatever. But obviously I don't have a YouTube channel. So thank you for making that. And that kind of shocked me, to be honest with you, because it wasn't just like one comment. It was several comments, people saying, thank you for making this video. My eBay's broke. I've been saying it for years or for weeks or months or whatever, but that shocked me. So,
Oh yeah.
I know there's people out there. I know they are that think, just shut up and list. There's nothing wrong with eBay. Well, I think you're the minority if you think there's nothing wrong with eBay. I think the majority of the reselling community believes there is something wrong with eBay.
I mean, if you got 5,000 listings, maybe there's nothing wrong with your store.
Right.
But for us, that's got like, the people that's got in between probably 800 and 1,500, 2,000, you can tell, like, it's dropping off pretty good.
It's dropping off.
And on average, we probably lost at least 15%.
Yeah. I did
last year.
I did have one comment the other day. I don't think it was on that video. It was on a different video. And somebody commented that said their 90-day total was down like 30%, but their 30-day total was up like 20%. So that gives me hope that the last 30 days, maybe eBay is improving. And like I said, that video has been out for a little over a week now at the time of recording this. And my sales have been better up until today.
You scared them. That's what it is.
No, it had nothing to do with me. Trust me. But I wish I had that kind of pull. I'd fuss at them every day. But so that does give me hope.
The intimidating picker. That's your new name. The intimidator.
Yeah, I'm so intimidating.
Intimidator.
Yeah, I am so intimidating. All 5'6" of me. Okay, let's put this for everybody out there that has met Kevin and Dave. I'm in between those guys. I'm a little taller than Dave, but a little shorter than Kevin. So that's where I'm at.
I should go hang out with you guys because I'm 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah. So. You'd be over there with Eric, OBX Picker.
Yeah, me and Eric will tag team, and we'll face the midget wrestler guys on the other side.
Yeah, little people. We can't say
little people. There you go, little people.
But yeah, my sales are. I'm looking at my 31 days, and my sales are up 7%. So that's that it's not much, but it is at least trending in the right direction.
Well, that's a plus.
I'd rather be up 7% than down 7%.
Oh, any day. Yeah.
So, I'm hoping, things are getting better, which is now yard sale season is started and going good. So I'm picking better stuff and therefore listing better stuff. Yep. So, how much does that have to do with my sales being higher? I think it has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm like 6.7, so almost the same.
Almost the same. So we're trending basically the same direction.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm still on the fence though about doing something. And I hate I like having all my eggs in one basket because it's easier. But it's almost with eBay at this point, it's almost a gamble. It really is.
You just have to. You're at their will. You're at their mercy.
Right.
If they want to kind of hide you at the bottom of the results, you're hid,
So when's your first whatnot auction?
Well, I don't know. When are you? Did you say us? Because I did reactivate mine, and I
did see you. Well, I seen you followed me the other day on Whatnot. Yeah. I was like, I didn't even know Caleb had a Whatnot page.
I did like 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, I'm too old. I can't figure this Whatnot stuff out. So I bailed. Yeah. I didn't deactivate it or nothing. I just bailed, and I was like, nah, I'll check it out later. And then you put on the Old School Picker members page on Facebook that I think it was the Nerdy Grandma, or no,
yep.
Is that who it was?
Yep.
She was having a live. Well, I come in, it was over. I'm like, well, I was going to check it out, but I must have missed it by just a few minutes or something.
Yeah, there was several of us from Old School Picker channel in there, and I bought a few things from Tara, or Tara. I never know how to say her name. Tara or Tara.
Every video.
I did buy some, and that is the first thing I've ever bought. That is the first thing I've ever bought on Whatnot. So I'm officially a buyer on Whatnot.
Shout out Tara or Tara.
Shout out Tara or Tara.
Nerdy Grandma. Chris's business, and you got Caleb back on Whatnot.
Yeah.
2 victories for you.
Yes, everybody go check her out on Whatnot if you are you're on Whatnot. But she is a great person, and she had I think like 10 or 12 people in her live,
Cool.
But yeah, if I wasn't so camera shy, I would consider doing a whatnot. But I think I'm going to have to.
So no announcement today?
No, I've still not even applied to be a seller. So, and I know it's a pretty extensive process to get approved. So
yeah,
I need to get
the following, so I couldn't do it.
Well, you're going to have the following when you get famous.
I'm telling you, you need to quit saying that.
Well, there's 505 people that know who you are for sure.
Poor people.
So,
Chris, you're hanging out in the dark over there, dude. What in the world?
Oh, did the lights go out?
You are like outside somewhere. There you
go. But yeah, so pretty excited about Caleb's upcoming whatnot auction.
Yeah, just keep your programming open. It'll be there. Don't worry, it's coming sometime.
Right, we'll link it down below when you guys want. So eBay is still broke. It's getting better, but it's still broke. There is no doubt.
Maybe they duct taped it a little bit or something.
Yes, duct tape. Sure. Duct tape fixes everything but eBay.
I just want to say, eBay, you're killing me, Smalls. Come on.
You're killing me, Smalls. Yes. Yeah. Oh man, I tell you what, today, like I said, it's bad, but over the last let's see, I would say 10 days or something, it's been okay. If
it's getting there. If
it would just continue on that 10-day, I would be happy. So
yeah, if it can hold its own, I'm good.
Where are you at on promoting listings?
12.1 across the board.
Are you still at 12? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've been riding that train for like a year.
Oh yeah. I need to. You don't end yours and start a new one ever so often?
I did after I heard you talking about it, and I think it helped a little.
I think it always helps.
Any activity,
Well, that, and you know how eBay is. Anything gets stale. Everything gets stale at some point with eBay. So I'm just assuming, I don't have no scientific data here, but I'm just assuming promoted listings become stale on eBay as well. So I think I'm going to start ending mine and creating a new one every week.
Oh my gosh, you're aggressive.
Well, it
Not
just
only are you intimidating, you're aggressive.
I'm intimidating and aggressive. I'm just a bad man. Hey, I beat down any old senior citizen my age or more.
There you go. With your walking stick or cane.
My walking stick. As long as I can see them, I can beat them down. But no, I do think I am going to start ending mine and starting a new one every week.
Well, there is something to be said about that, because like if you take a listing that's got an hour left or something, say you got 20 and you kill them and you redo them as a sell similar right there, you can see a tick up on your impressions.
Yeah.
Your organic and your promoted listing impressions will tick up. So it's all about, I think, as long as you're listing every day and you've got some sort of activity there, I think that's the big thing. Like, you need some activity,
Yeah.
If you don't list for a month and you don't go on eBay for a month, your sales are going down.
Yeah.
That much is clear. Now, how to get them way up there? You got to list good stuff and you got to list consistently. That much we do know.
I think at this point you have to promote, though, don't you?
I think one thing about promoted is there are so many people doing it. If you're not doing it, you're not selling a third, probably maybe a third of what other people are selling.
Well, unless you have a following.
You remember when the promoted listing advanced stuff first come out?
Yeah.
That could be playing a role in this too. Maybe people are trying that or something. I don't do that, but
no, I don't either. I think that's
like the pay per click system that they got.
No, it's gonna be hard to make any money on a $7 action figure with a pay per click.
I got 50 clicks. I owe you, $5. Oh, so
well, when we'll sell something, we'll end up owing eBay more money than what we made.
Thank you for selling that for me, and here's $50 for all that you've done for me. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
have you seen I meant to ask you this when I didn't even write this down, but have you seen what they're getting ready to do with feedback?
Oh, the pictures.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm not looking. I don't know. I don't know if I'm looking forward to that or not.
Oh, that's stupid. That's stupid.
If you're doing a really good job, it could be good. But if if the carrier messes you over, you could get like just ruined.
Oh, how many? I mean, no more shipping in cereal boxes.
No, that's over. Trash bags, that's done.
Trash bags, Walmart bags, that's over.
That's over. I'm not sending nothing in socks anymore either. That's gone.
Well, I was in a live and the other day. I wish I could remember who said it or whose live it was in because I don't even remember. But somebody was saying something along the lines of, I can't get any sales because the eBay app is not working, the eBay site's not working, and you're worried about putting pictures on feedback.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that's just another update to the eBay site. So, and you know, everybody knows every time eBay does any kind of updates, the site don't work for a while. So,
at least a good 3-4 days. You're kind of riding the old struggle bus, as you said.
Yeah, struggle bus. But yes, I can't wait to get my first picture on my feedback. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, ain't you though? Yeah, me too.
All the people with social media followings.
Gotta kill a spider.
Uh-oh, spider.
Come on,
911. 911. Burn the shed.
Yeah.
Burn the shed. I didn't know what she was doing. I hope everybody's watching this on YouTube. Caleb just freaked out.
I killed him. I'm a murderer. I killed the spider. If you know one thing about me, I hate spiders. You're lucky I didn't get up and run out because, it's a wonder I didn't scream like a girl and take off running.
I wish you had.
My remote. I hope my remote's not broke. Okay, it's good.
If we don't get a shout out from somebody over that right there, that 10-second clip, somebody clip that out and send that to all the Trash to Cash people.
If I wasn't famous, I probably am now. Yeah.
Clip that video and send it out to Trash to Cash. If you're part of his Facebook group, send that clip out and we will for sure be famous. We will be rock stars on podcasts on YouTube. So somebody do that. Lizette, if you're listening, you know who I'm talking about. She'll do it. Thank you in advance, Lizette.
Well, it's been fun, guys. This podcast.
You done signed up for 10 episodes. We've got 5 more, guys. We got 5 more at least.
If that happens again, I'll be doing them from the nursing home or something because it'll put me in early. I'm going to tell you what, that was one of them ninja spiders. It come flying at me, and I thought it was on me because it come across the desk and was over the edge.
Oh my goodness!
Fell off, and I just about.
I seen you. Oh, we all seen you. Yeah. We seen what you just about did.
Yeah, I about left. It's a wonder I didn't flip my chair. God.
Oh my goodness! Oh,
I got a weapon right here. I've got a weapon if it comes back.
Oh my goodness! He's holding up a grenade.
It's been drilled out.
It's an empty grenade.
Yeah, I'll hit it with it though. I'll do that.
So I do believe reselling is trending towards the whatnot side and the live auction side, don't you?
I think it all depends on your age demographic, though. The younger crowd likes that whatnot type environment. I think our age, I grew up on eBay. Right. I was 16 when eBay started or something like that. And I was selling on eBay when I was 18, not like I am now, but I sold, I probably sold 100 things over my early 20s, mid 20s. So eBay to me is a normal, it's like Yahoo. Yahoo's been there forever, This new generation, it's all Google this, Google that. But Yahoo was our homepage, like when we was teenagers and stuff.
I was an AOL guy.
AOL, yeah.
Seriously. Yeah. I still have an AOL email that
they still have those?
Uh-huh. Actually, old school picker channel is linked to my AOL email.
Man, you just told how old you was. That's
I am old. I mean,
I had an AOL. I had one.
I still got mine. I still use it. My eBay is actually not Old School Picker. My eBay account is tied to the AOL. My Old School Picker channel is Gmail. So yeah.
Didn't you love when you got on the internet and you had to listen to that ding, 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 and all that stuff to get on and it'd run like 50K or 20K and it'd take like 45 minutes to download that picture you just want.
Yeah, boy. You got mail.
Awesome. Yeah, you got mail. Yeah.
You got mail. Yeah, I love that.
Waiting for the check to come through the mail for the sling you just sold on eBay. I mean, yeah, man, people don't know the struggle. Yeah, it's, as much as we dog eBay, it's way better than it used to be.
Yes, for sure. But, I don't know. Do you ever think eBay, eBay Live will be a thing?
I'll be honest with you. I didn't even know there was such a thing coming as something called eBay Live.
Yep.
And I heard somebody talking about it and I'm like, that's real.
Yeah.
And I looked it up and there is eBay Live. It's just not, going yet.
Yeah. Well, they've actually had a few.
Have they?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they better. I mean, if they're smart business people, obviously it's a trend or whatnot wouldn't have succeeded as it has. And if Amazon and all these other platforms are smart, they'll do some similar things,
Well, I mean, Poshmark, they're doing lives now. And I think pretty much anybody on Poshmark. Now I could be wrong. I've never sold on Poshmark, but I think anybody can do a live on Poshmark.
Huh.
But now eBay, it's like a top invite only type situation at this point.
Okay.
But eventually,
where's our invites? I mean,
well, we're not big enough.
What?
Yeah, I know.
What?
It's in the mail.
What do? Do I got to call?
Yes.
This
customer
Harold Tornado or
Harold Tornado. Yes.
Do I have to call him to get an invite or something?
We can't shout him out. I'm real sure he don't know who we are.
Who is he? I don't even know who he is.
I don't know. Furry Tomato.
Fuzzy Torpedo. There you go.
Torpedo.
Greasy Torpedo. That's good.
No, I don't know him really.
I don't either. I really don't. But I mean, who you got to be, man? You got to be.
Yeah. I don't think he's big enough to get the eBay Live invite.
Really?
No, I think it's like mega sellers on eBay.
So you got to be one of these selling 100,000 things a year kind of sellers, or?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, and I think they've only done it a few times too. Now I could be wrong. I've never watched one, but I know they have done a few. No, I got a email the other day that somebody was going live on eBay Live, and I should have watched it, but I didn't. But I think eBay's going to have to go that direction though. But
I think they better. Yeah.
Okay, here's another question. Obviously, we live in Tennessee. Tennessee is a state you have to have an auctioneer's license, correct?
I don't know, do you?
I think so.
That's news to me.
I think in Tennessee to run an auction, you have to have an auctioneer license. Some states don't require an auctioneer license. Just anybody that wants to do one can do one. I think in Tennessee you have to have one. So my question is, do you have to have one to do a whatnot or eBay Live auction?
You know anybody that's done one from Tennessee?
Nashville Flippers does. Ray.
Ask him. Hey, Ray, if you're listening, tell us, do you? Do you have to have a license?
Because I think Tennessee, you have to have one. I could be wrong. We may have just told on Ray.
Hey, sorry.
Ray may be breaking the law.
Sorry,
the
Ray.
feds are beating on his door as we speak.
Ray going to jail, man.
Ray, you're going to jail. You broke the law.
Give me an hour and a half, and I'll be there to get you out, Ray. Okay.
We're not bailing you out. Well, Ray's going to jail. That could be the title of this video, by the way. Nashville Flippers is going to jail.
Oh boy,
they're breaking the law. No, it's just something I thought about here the other day when I was thinking about whatnot. I was like, do you have to have an auctioneer's license? But what's the difference between, of course, I do very few auctions on eBay, but what's the difference than doing a old school auction on eBay? Because used to back in the day, I remember when Buy It Now on eBay first came out. It used to be everything was auction.
Yeah.
Well, was I breaking the law?
I don't know. Was you?
I don't know.
You know? Is that the only law you've ever broke?
Ray, save me a room in the jail. Here I come.
Chris the Intimidator, are you a lawbreaker?
Yes. Well, that's why they didn't come get me. I'm such an intimidator.
They're like, Chris did it. Oh, we'll just let it fly.
Nah,
we can't handle that guy.
Let's go after Ray.
Yeah, Ray. Yeah, we can take him. Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. Do I need to have an auction license in the state of Tennessee to sell on Whatnot or in the future eBay Live?
Somebody tell us in the comments if that's a thing.
I don't know.
If you know,
I'm sure there are other states that require that.
Well, yeah, I mean they are, but I wonder if that's online also. That's a good question. You raise a valid point, sir.
Yes.
We will have to find out.
Yes. Well,
maybe Ken knows. He knows a lot. So
who?
Ken, Bill, the DOG.
He don't live in Tennessee.
But maybe, I mean, he knows so much. Maybe he'll know that.
Yes. Well, maybe he'll let Jimmy talk. Because I heard somebody say he didn't let Jimmy talk on that podcast.
He did a little bit today, like probably 2 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And then Ken's but Ken knows so much. He's smart. He's a smart man. He's a funny man too.
Yes.
He's the DOG.
He's the DOG. He's got like 7 nicknames, by the way.
Did you hear him say? I got tickled. He said, that the StreamYard wouldn't let me I ran out of characters. That's why his name's only that. He said I would have filled it completely up.
Yeah.
Cracks me up.
Yeah.
We'll forgive him for being an Ohio State fan, though, because that's almost unforgivable, but we'll let you slide.
That's one team I don't know. I don't never care for them for sure.
Yeah. Them and the Gators, boo.
Well, I mean, Big East football, that's like minor league football.
Yeah.
You got to come down here and play with the big boys in the SEC.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, we just made a bunch of people mad in the.
We can say that since Tennessee done better this year.
Well, no.
Yeah, we only had 17.
See, that was the reason I was always saying for the last 20 years Tennessee stunk, because we played in the SEC. If we played in the Big East, we would have probably won like 3 Big East titles in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
And we finished like 4-7 in the SEC. But
man, it is a tough division now. I mean, it
is, yes.
There's a bunch of teams. Oh man, it'd be like a local high school team going to the NFL. I mean, it's crazy.
I was going to remind you at the end of the show that we need a thumbnail, but I think I'm going to try to pull a thumbnail of you trying to escape from that spider.
Oh boy, that sounds great, Chris. Thank you. Yeah. Well, you got 5 more episodes.
Yes, yeah. Episode 5 is where the friendship ends. The next five episodes are going to be really awkward because Caleb's going to hate me.
Business meeting from here on out. No more friendships.
Oh man, I've ruined Caleb's day ever since we got on here. Well, okay, we do have some comments of the week.
Yes, sir, we do. We do. Hey, telephone, be quiet. Yeah, we do.
You want to read yours first? You want me to go?
I'll read this one real quick.
All right.
It's from 1 Foot Flipper. He says, "You will get recognized. I have only been outsourcing once since I started my channel, and I got recognized that first time I was out." So, yeah, thanks for the words of encouragement. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to being recognized. I mean, I'm not rude. I'm not a rude person at all. I'll be happy to meet you, but if that first person if it ever happens, it's going to be awkward because I'm so backwards. It's going to be like, wait, you know me? Like, How do you know me?
If anybody's listening and they see Caleb out and about, make sure you go and give him a hug. Make him feel as awkward as you can.
Yeah, there you go.
Actually,
Chris likes big slobber kisses on the cheek, by the way.
Slobber
Right
kiss.
on the cheek.
Yes.
What's scary is he's saying yes, he's agreeing to that.
Just bring a plastic spider and throw
No, that's not right. That
ain't
right.
Can you still see me on screen, or am I too dark?
You're good. Just like that. Yeah.
All right. Carter's Retro Quest left us a comment, and I love this comment. He said, when I was a kid, there was a small rural gas station that served free coffee every morning. And every morning the place was packed with these old men sitting around talking. Y'all would fit right in, LOL. So yes, Carter's Retro Quest. I think that's kind of the vibe we're going for, sitting around. But we do this at night, so we can't drink coffee. I'm not a real big coffee drinker anyways.
I'm not a fan of coffee or tea.
Oh no, I love some tea.
This is what I like. Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
Sugar-free Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, that I don't like. I mean, the sugar is all right, but I'd rather have the sugar-free.
Oh.
And milk when I'm eating candy bars or cookies.
Nah, I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh gosh. I often tell everybody in my family, they're saying you need to drink water, and I'm like,
yeah.
How many people drown in water? Okay, like everybody drowns in water, but I've never heard anybody drowning in Dr. Pepper. Right?
That is a very good point.
That is my argument. I'm going to stay with that.
Yes, I've never heard or seen that either. So,
see, valid. It's valid.
Mm-hmm. So yes. So thank you guys to 1 Foot Flipper and Carter's Retro Quest for your comments of the week. We sure do appreciate that. We appreciate all the comments. We both read every one of them, and me or Caleb One will respond to most of them. We'll at least give you a thumbs up and a heart for sure, but we read every one of them. We appreciate all of them. And I tell you what, comments, man, I get so far behind sometimes on my Old School Picker channel. If I get more than like 1 or 2 videos behind on answering comments, I'll be sitting there for 2 or 3 hours catching up. It takes me that long sometimes if I get 2 or 3 videos behind. And I try not to, but sometimes life happens and I get behind. And
I love reading.
I love reading them for sure. And I try to respond to as many as I can, but obviously I can't just sit there all day and respond to comments. But
So what did you sell this week? Like, what's your best sell?
My best sale. You mean we're supposed to sell stuff?
I don't know. Are we?
Yeah, I did have a good sale. And I've got a video coming out about this. Actually, I think it will be, what is today? Tuesday. It will be last Monday at the time of, when you guys are listening to this, it'll be last Monday's video. And it's pretty neat. And I found these, it was kind of a throw in at a yard sale. And they are 2 5x7 pictures, black and white pictures of the Dukes of Hazzard. One of them has Bo and Luke and Daisy on it, and the other one just has Daisy, and they're black and white. But what's rare about these things is they're Coleco in the corner, like Coleco, like the company that made toys and pedal cars and big wheels back in the 80s.
They made stuff like
that? You'll just have to watch this video because I go into a lot of detail about this item, but I will talk about it here too.
Oh, jealous.
Yeah. Well, no, they're cool. I mean, and it was kind of a throw in at that yard sale. I mean, they're not huge money, but I did sell them for $50, $49.99.
Well, that's $50, man.
Well, I mean, 2 5x7 black and white pictures. But when I Googled these things, I looked them up on eBay. I found black and white pictures of the Dukes of Hazzard, but nothing with Coleco on it. So I just done a search of Dukes of Hazzard Coleco. And the only 3 things came up. They had a big wheel, a 3-wheel, big wheel vehicle that they made. They had a pedal car that Coleco made of the Dukes of Hazzard. And then Coleco Vision, which I'm assuming is the same company as Coleco. I think they had a video game, like an Atari ColecoVision video game. So I think these 5x7 pictures probably came with that ColecoVision video game.
That is kind of weird.
But I mean, I couldn't find anything on them. Nothing. Huh. So I just threw a number out there. Crazy, I thought number, $50. And it did take them probably a month to sell, but they sold, fairly quick for what they were. But
how many people's going to be searching for something like that?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine too many people searching, which I titled it Dukes of Hazzard, Lot of 2, black and white press photos, Coleco, 5x7, Bo, Luke, Daisy Duke. so I got a lot of keywords in there. So
you got it all. Yeah.
Got it all. But yeah, $50 on those was probably one of my best sales over the last couple of days. And then also I had another good sale just the other day too. Shout out Donna Puffles over on YouTube, because she bought like 10 things from me over the last 2 weeks. So I do want to shout her out. And I appreciate that, Donna, if you're listening so much. She bought one order of like 3 or 4 things, and then like 2 days later she bought an order of like 5 or 6 things. So thank you so much, Donna. I sure do appreciate that. But also I sold did you see all those camera filters I've been selling here lately?
I don't think I have seen that.
I sold 3 different camera filters over the last couple of weeks. I was at a yard sale 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and they had a table and they had the printouts with the eBay prices on these.
Oh, you gotta love that.
Oh yeah, you gotta love that. And their prices that they had on the printouts was added up for those 3 filters, added up to be like $1,000.
Jeez.
And so I knew, and it wasn't eBay prices either, printouts, it was Amazon. So, I was like, well, that's probably the high end for this stuff.
Yeah, it is.
But on their prices that they wanted at the sale was like $140, I believe. So, that made me stop and at least look them up. I was like,
yeah,
if those Amazon prices are anywhere close, I'll give $140 for $700-800 in sales. Sure,
why not? Yeah.
So I'm looking them up, and there's 3 different ones. I'm looking them up, and eBay sold prices, they don't add up to no $1,000, but they do add up to, I looked up one, it was like $150. I looked up the other 2, and they were in the $60-70 range. So, you're probably $200-250.
Yeah.
So, and he was wanting 140, and I was like, what would you take for all 3 of these? I think the first number he threw out was 90, which that's not bad.
Yeah.
90 into 250. And I said, well, I was thinking 80. And he thought about it for just a couple of seconds. And he's like, yeah, you know what? 80 would be good. And then he proceeded to ask me what kind of camera I used. I was like, well, I gave him the money, and I said, well, I'm a reseller, so I'm going to resell these. And he said, oh, okay, that's fine. He's like, I think you'll do well with them. And I did. I sold my last one the other day. I sold the first one for 150. I sold the second one for, I think, 70, and the third one for 75. So 220, basically $300, and I paid 80 for all 3 of them.
That's
so not bad. And I flipped them. I flipped all 3 of them within like 2 weeks.
Hey, that right there makes a lot of difference.
So
when you can turn your money around quick, that helps a lot.
80 into 300 in 2 weeks' time. That's not for 3 items. That's not bad. And they're
not bad.
They were super easy to list, super easy to ship. I did ship the $150 one priority. I was like, I'm not shipping that first class. That's too much money.
No, that's a lot of money to ship first class.
But the 70 and 75 or whatever the other 2 were, I did ship them first class. But I ain't heard nothing about them, so I'm assuming they are good to go.
Safe and secure.
So what's been your best sale over the last few days?
My best sale was a Fitbit Ionic watch.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
$250. Yeah.
Yeah, and what'd you pay for that?
$30.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yep. And you didn't have it long, did you? Well, you didn't have
an hour.
Yeah.
I listed it. No, I mean, it might have been 3 or 4 hours. I listed it. I dropped it that day for my draft bank, and within 3-4 hours, it sold.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
And I thought I was on the high side too. You know, it's nice. It had its box and everything, and it was nice. But I was thinking, you know, a lot of them was selling for like 180, 190, 210, just the watch with some accessories. And there's a couple that sold for 250, and I thought, well, I'll just shoot up there and see. It didn't take long, just gone. Yeah. So I was like, well, either somebody was searching right then, or the price was good, you know. Yeah. But it was good for me.
I know they're expensive. I mean, that's what I wear. Me and my wife, we actually, I think it was our anniversary last year. We bought each other one, and I love wearing mine just to keep up with my steps, if nothing else. But
yeah, me too. Oh, wait, I don't. Oh.
I like them because every hour they tell you how many more steps you need to take in that hour. So I'm constantly 10 minutes till the hour. I'm constantly getting a notification that basically says, get up off your butt and
start walking.
Start walking.
being the intimidating old school picture.
Yes. I wish you could sync a voice to them. Get off your butt, you know, just something super intimidating. But yeah. So all right, we're into the hour and 5-6 minute mark here. So any final words?
Yeah, we've got one more thing to talk about at least.
What did I forget?
We've got a challenge.
Oh, I totally forgot about that. We should have mentioned that at the beginning of the episode because nobody's listening at the hour and 6 minute mark. So
you want to save it till next time?
Well, yeah, but we can't. We need to drop it now. Maybe we'll extend it if we have to.
We can go a couple of weeks longer. I mean, that's okay.
Maybe we do 700 by the end of June.
There you go. So now they know something is 700.
Yes.
They don't know what the challenge is yet, but they know something.
Okay, here's the challenge. If we can get 700 subscribers by the end of June, which is 6 weeks from the time this drops, 6 weeks, and we need 200 to get there, right? 195.
Come on.
So if we can get to 700 by the end of June, Caleb's going to shave his head completely bald. No, that's not what we agreed on.
What?
No, wait.
What we agreed on was Chris is going to shave his beard. That's what we agreed on.
No, we're going to do a live because we need some watch time hours anyways. So we want to go ahead and start preparing for that as well, because not only do you need 1,000 subs to get monetized on YouTube, you got to have 4,000 watch hours, and we're still a ways from that as well. So we're going to do a live. We'll do it sometime in, I guess, towards the 1st of July. So if we can get 700 subs by the end of June, we'll do a live working hangout. Me and Caleb, 2 Old Guys Reselling Podcast working hangout. And it'll probably be a few hours long, you know, and it won't be this kind of setting, but we'll be in our sheds working and listing on eBay or shipping or whatever we got going on that day.
I just sit around and watch Judge Judy. That's what I do.
Yes.
I don't know what you do.
Yes, we'll stream Judge Judy.
Yeah. You just get to see me kind of kick back, TV's on. I got my Dr. Pepper and a Big Mac, and Chris is working, and I'm watching Judy. Yeah.
I can't think of those courtroom shows without thinking of a good friend of mine. He actually passed on a few years ago, but his nickname was Judge, but everybody called him Judd. So I don't know. Long story. But anyways, we would get to talking about those courtroom shows. And now this guy was like 70 years old. And man, he would fight you if you told him that was scripted. It was like, you know, these old guys watching wrestling still believe wrestling's real. Oh, this guy would fight you. He was like, no, that's real stuff now.
Did you just say wrestling was fake? Is it?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's scripted.
What?
Yes, I know.
When?
Santa Claus is real, though.
Okay, as long as Santa Claus is real.
I've seen him in the mall.
Okay, as long. Actually, I can handle. Yeah, I mean, you telling me The Rock wasn't really like that rock bottom? That wasn't.
Well, the people's elbow. It actually knocked people out.
How did that not knock people out? I mean, that thing was devastating.
Devastating. Oh. All right. Any final words?
Go check us out on Spotify, Amazon, iHeart, everything Google. Else that we're on.
Google has something.
Everything. Do what?
Google has something, don't they?
Yeah, Google Podcasts. They're all linked down in the description. Check that out. Check out our eBay stores. We got a whole bunch of links down there. Chris has got a bunch of affiliate links. Check that out. Go back and watch the old videos.
Yes.
Some hours. Go check out Old School Pickers channel. Yes. And everybody ignore that minute section of this video where I fought a spider. Don't need to pay no attention to that.
I may clip that out and make like a short out of it.
Oh, come on. You're killing me.
Oh, well. Hey, anything will help on our view time, right?
That may help a lot.
That may help a lot. That may go viral. I may make a TikTok video of that.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
All right. We appreciate everybody being here. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome, and you guys are the best viewers on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Only if you're the same ones that watch my Old School Picker channel, because I say that over there. So it's got to be the same ones, because they can be two separate ones, right?
Right. There you go.
Right. So if you watch both channels, you are the best of the viewers.
There you go. Best of the best.
Appreciate you guys watching. Two old guys.